These two women again to write their name in the tennis history book as a winner of a Grand Slam final, and a woman who knows that feeling well. Chris Evert joins us, winning this championship 7 times, more than anyone in history. There's some nice P words involved here: performance and patience and power. Let's talk first about patience today. Who has that quality?
Obviously, F A Sanchez-vicario. She has the patience. She's going to run down every ball that Steffi Graf puts in her path. And I think she mentally is the strongest of the two players right now.
How about pressure? Where is the pressure?
Pressure is on both players. I mean, on paper, you think Steffi should win the match, but F A Sanchez-vicario is currently ranked #1 on the computer. And really, whoever wins this match will be the #1 player in the world. So the pressure is definitely on both players.
There's been a pattern also, another P word, in that when they've met, often Graf takes the early lead, doesn't always hold it.
Steffi Graf has not closed out her matches against Arantxa, and that will help Arantxa mentally. But last year's U.S. Open, up a set in 5-4. She had 2 match points against her in Hamburg. She had a couple match points in the Canadian Open. So there is definitely a pattern there. But if Steffi gets in that situation again, champions learn from their mistakes. She's not going to let it go.
All right, out of performance, what strategy do you see today?
Steffi is the one with the weapons. She's going to try to get out there and hit a lot of winners off her forehand. She's going to try to get good first serve percentage in and try for her first serve to be a weapon to get Arantxa on the defensive right away so Arantxa can return a weak return. Arantxa, as I said before, no big weapons. You're going to see a couple of short backhands to Steffi's backhand to open up the court where Arantxa can hit down the forehand side. But really, physically, it's Steffi's match, and she's going to either win the match or lose the match.
Long match, 3 sets?
I hope so.
So do I.
Well, you know, on paper, again, they both have baseline play, but there is a contrast in style. We're going to have the aggressor in Steffi Graf versus the counterpuncher in F A Sanchez-vicario, so it could be a very interesting match.
It should indeed, and they're ready to go. 2 French Open champions. Graf has won this title 3 times. Arantxa won it last year, her second. They're about to hit that first ball, and we'll join the '95 Championship of France right after this. It is so often true in women's tennis, a formful championship, #1 meeting #2 in the finals. Steffi Graf, if she wins this match, will become #1. She'll be 26 next Wednesday from the white asparagus country, Brühl, Germany. She is 24-0, a rather well-kept secret, unbeaten this year. She's playing in her 5th tournament. She's been out with a back injury.
And no big names here the first 3 rounds, but some good, solid clay court players pretty easily. Anke Huber, the #2 player in Germany. That was a real pressure match for Steffi. Gabriela Sabatini, that was her turnaround. She played flawless tennis, and then, of course, she was up 6-3, 4-1 against Conchita Martinez. Let it slide. Was a little lucky to get out of that match.
F A Sanchez-vicario, who won at age 17 here in 1989. 23, one of the shorter players on the women's tour at 5'6½", if she's that. Another big year. She's already earned $600,000 last year, almost $3 million, a women's record.
And once again, she really wasn't tested the first 3 rounds. Very easy matches for her. But in the quarterfinals, look at that. American Chanda Rubin had a great tournament, lost 3-1, but showed great promise. And of course, Kimiko Date, the Japanese player, that was her toughest match of the finals.
Head-to-head, here's the report card, and Steffi Graf of Germany has the advantage, 24-8, 11-4 on clay. Sanchez-Vicario, however, has won 3 of the last 4 meetings, including the U.S. Open final in New York last September. Joining us in the players' box, friend